With businesses shut down and unemployment levels at an all-time high, COVID-19 has left millions, I mean millions, scrambling to figure out how they'll manage financially. But it has also left people struggling with the emotional toll of feeling they are letting down their families. Now, decorated Olympic diver Steele Johnson says that he was scraping by while he trained for the 2020 Tokyo Games, and the postponement has left him feeling the pressure to provide, and it's now been elongated. It's now been stretched out. Uh, Steele, has your wife weighed in on this and said, come on, enough's enough and too much is too much? At some point, we've got to get on with our lives?
Her and I have definitely had those conversations, but again, my wife is the most supportive person of me and what I do. And when we got married, we both made a commitment to support each other with the dreams we have, no matter how hard it is. And unfortunately, me pursuing my Olympic dream has really been tough for us because we thought we had kind of made it almost to the finish line of the Olympics are here. We're going to be coming out of this hard season, and then I'll be able to step into full time work, train on the side, support what you're doing, and support us financially. And now that it's been pushed back a year, we're kind of scrambling to be like, what is this going to look like? How am I going to pursue a full time job now? Because we can't just wait another year. And how am I going to train full time on top of that too?
One of the questions you had for me is, how do I make my wife my highest priority? Well, you really don't want to right now. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. You want your diving in this Olympics to be your highest priority. You really don't want her to be your highest priority because you want your diving to be your highest priority, and you're asking her to be at peace with that. And so far, she's okay with that, right?
Yeah, and that's something we've definitely talked about is, it's easy to say, "Oh, well, you're my biggest priority," but then you spend all your time on diving, on focusing for the Olympics, and I think that's really where I was blind to the whole situation of, well, I was saying she was my biggest priority, but then I was spending all my time diving and going away for weeks for diving, and now that the Olympics has been pushed back, it's brought up all that again of, okay, is my wife truly above diving? And it's a tough question to ask because I've been diving 16 years. It's
Well, it's a tough
hard to give
question to
up.
ask, but it's not a tough question to answer because based on results, she is not the top priority right now. She is your top emotional priority. And this is
Mhm.
what you need to make clear. Look, you love her and no one else. She is your top priority. And if she asks you to stop, then you would probably stop. But that too comes at a price
Mhm.
because now she risks you feeling resentment as much as you would not want to. That comes at a cost too. And this is what you two need to talk about. So, look, every choice comes at a cost.
Mhm.
If you stop diving, then she has a risk of suffering the resentment of you giving up your dream. If you continue to dive, that comes at a cost of her feeling resentment, of her life being on hold, and you coming in a dream. And everything in life is negotiated. Everything is negotiated. I mean, marriages, relationships are negotiated every single day. The
Mhm.
negotiation never stops. And what I would really love to tell you is you two need to sit down and talk about what I'm telling you right now and say, look, he's saying right now, behaviorally, time wise, effort wise, diving is in the number one position. And if you're okay with that, we've got a clock ticking and that's going to come down. And I can agree if it comes 2021, July, and the Olympics don't happen, I'm done.